Well, just the whole team. I told our guys going into the fourth quarter, I said, okay, I'm sure Coach Van Gundy is saying the same thing. We both prepared for this to be a defensive game, and so far for 3 quarters, no one has heard that. And the first team that decides to defend will win this game. And for the first 9 minutes of the fourth quarter, no one listened to it still. And then we got stops. Obviously Kevin was great and got the steal, but I thought everybody, Paul was on ball defense, he was just smothering defense. And, I told him the last 3 minutes we turned back to who we were. We were a defensive team and we became that, and that's why we won the game.
Could you have expected after 9 games out Kevin to play that well, or just play that well?
I didn't know what, I knew he played with energy. You could see that. You could see it yesterday, and that's what I was telling guys yesterday, that our practice was just crazy with energy. And so you knew that. I was concerned about his win. I wasn't concerned about his health at all. I knew, one of the things we said, he wasn't playing until he was 100%. But yesterday, we won an hour, and after about 10 minutes, he looked like he needed an oxygen tank. So, that's why I took him out early in the first quarter. I thought he was struggling then, and then he came back and he felt great. So, he surprises you all the time.
Mark, you talk about Glenn Davis' performance tonight, kind of having him back.
Yeah, I thought Baby back in his spot was great, in a difficult spot, because playing against Dwight Howard is never easy. I thought our bigs were phenomenal, and before the game, or even at halftime more, you could see our bigs were frustrated because Dwight Howard was scoring, and I kept telling them, I'm good with that. Just keep defending him. Every time he shoots, that means no three. From them, and just stop fouling. That was the only thing we said, guys, we're playing good defense, and then we foul and put them on the line. And I thought in the second half, I think we had only 10 fouls, 12 fouls. We did a much better job of it, and that's what we had to do.
The points of Shaq for 25, 26, 27.
It was huge. I mean, just his size, his presence. It allowed us some driving lanes. Dwight usually blocks 10 shots. It's tough for him to leave Shaq, and it allows us to get to the basket. So that was great.
Was it a conscious effort to get Shaq involved at the outset tonight?
No, it was a conscious effort to get him deep whenever we could. We just felt like whenever we came off one of our floppy picks, Dwight was going to try to help, and if we could duck Shaq in, it takes his help away. So we were either going to get Shaq deep or one of our shooters was going to get shots.
Paul was talking about the fact that with KG back, the communication on defense is a totally different defensive team.
Yeah, because someone's talking. And I know that sounds less than they all talk. No one talks like Kevin. He's the best talker in the league when you're talking defense. And I think Perk may be the second best. So it's clear tonight. And I didn't think we had a great defense tonight. I thought we were actually average. But it was clear, the communication, especially those last 4 possessions. You could hear it. He was calling their sets out. He's a defensive coach on the floor.